welcome to another video. In this one, I am going to be talking about Black Ops 4 Update 1.14, as well as I am going to be talking about the brand new game mode that was added into the game, and then finally I am going to be talking about class setup that is very good for that particular game mode. So that's the thing, guys. If you actually did not know, a little bit earlier today, the time me making this video, Black Ops 4 Update 1.14 dropped, and it was actually a 10 GB update for PlayStation 4 as well as Xbox One, and it brought in the Shamrock and Awe event into Black Ops 4, and with that new event, there was actually a brand new game mode that was added into the game, which is actually called Stockpile, and that's what I wanted to go ahead and talk about in this video, as well as I am going to be talking about just the update overall, and then finally I am going to be showcasing a really awesome creator class that's specifically tailored around this particular game mode. So yeah, guys, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's actually dive right into the video. So that's the thing, I mentioned this a little bit earlier in the video, and that's with Black Ops 4 Update 1.13, it brought in the Shamrock and Awe event, which we saw in Modern Warfare Remastered, Call of Duty World War II, Black Ops 3, and now Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And with that particular event, there were a couple new things that were added into the game, such as a brand new bundle that is going to be costing you 2,000 COD points if you want to go ahead and buy it, and it's going to be giving you some St. Patrick's Day themed items in the game. Of course, all of those items are cosmetic only, and then for Blackout, there's actually a map update, so that means it's actually spring themed instead of winter themed, which was previously, as well as hardcore Blackout. Alongside that, when it comes to multiplayer, of course, there was the brand new game mode, as well as there was actually a new map that was added into the game, which is actually a reskin of the map Contraband in Black Ops 4. Honestly, I think the reskin is pretty cool. So when it comes to new things that were added in with update 1.14, that's pretty much it. However, we do know that we are going to be getting some more content being added in on Friday. When I was playing a little bit earlier today, I had a lot of fun with the brand new game mode, and interestingly enough, I actually played against a couple of YouTubers, being that I actually joined up into a game against Carnage Ocean or the Ocean OPZ, and then a little bit later, I joined up into a game against Primitive AK or Carnage AK, which was really cool. However, with all that aside, if you actually did not know, the brand new Stockpile game mode is actually a remake of Fracture from Black Ops 3. If you guys actually did not know, back during Black Ops 3 Year 1, there was actually a game mode added in about halfway through the life cycle of Black Ops 3, and that game mode was actually called Fracture, and we have not seen Fracture and any other Call of Duty games since. However, in Black Ops 4 starting today, Fracture is now in the game. However, it goes by the name of Stockpile. So basically, if you never played Fracture or Stockpile, what it is it's basically an amalgamation between Kill Confirmed as well as Hardpoint, being that once you actually kill an enemy, they're going to be dropping a little item that you can go ahead and pick up. However, since this is a St. Patrick's Day themed game mode, they're actually going to be dropping 4-leaf clovers, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And once you go ahead and pick it up, all you have to do is deposit it at the Stockpile, and then you are going to be getting points. However, at max you can only hold upwards of 10 items, and then if an enemy kills you when you have 10 items, then you are going to be dropping them, so that way the enemies can go ahead and pick them up, and vice versa. So if you see an enemy that has, let's say, 4 items, you kill them, they're going to be dropping the 4 items, then you can go ahead and pick them up. And yeah, overall it is a really fun game mode in Black Ops 4, and when it comes to how long the games are, they usually are around the same length as a standard Kill Confirmed game, and overall it is a lot of fun to play. It's a very fast-paced game mode. You can get a lot of score, as well as you can actually get quite a bit of XP. So if you are currently ranking up in Black Ops 4, this is a really good game mode to play. So yeah, guys, now I am going to be moving over to the creator class portion of this video, where I am going to be discussing a creator class that I made based around this particular game mode in Black Ops 4. So that's the thing, the creator class that I have for this video is going to be on your screen right now. So as you guys can see, we are going to be using the Can-57 assault rifle with hybrid mags, and that's just because you want to be able to reload as quickly as you possibly can. And I also have stock, just so that way you can sidestep as well as maneuver a little bit easier when you are going to be using this weapon. Moving over to our third attachment, we are going to be using rapid fire, and that is just because I find that the rate of fire for this particular weapon in the game is a little bit slow from my experience, so that's how come we are going to be using rapid fire, just so that way we can bump up the rate of fire, in turn reducing the time to kill. Moving over to our final attachment, we are going to be using quick draw, and that's just because if you are going to be playing this particular game mode, you are going to be getting into a lot of engagements, so you want to make sure that your iron sights are up as quickly as you possibly can. So that's how come we are going to be using quick draw. Moving over to the gear, we are going to be using stim shot, and that's just because stim shot is a really good piece of gear in Black Ops 4, as well as in this particular game mode. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, you're going to be constantly getting into gunfights, so that means you always have to heal yourself. So that's how come we are going to be using stim shot. Moving over to the perks, we are going to be using scavenger, and that's just because you do not want to run out of ammunition. And then for our final perk, we are going to be using Ghost. And yeah guys, that's the creator class that I have for this video. Now talking about this particular creator class in the game, and that is of course I made this creator class so that way it can perform very well when you are going to be playing the new game mode, because that's the thing about this particular game mode. It's an extremely fast-paced mode in Black Ops 4. You are going to be constantly getting kills as well as dying. So with that in mind, that's how come I decided to go ahead and use the KN-57, and that's just because the KN-57 is a very good assault rifle in the game, and the great thing about the KN-57 and that is it is very effective at basically all ranges. The thing about this particular game mode and that is you are going to be getting kills at all ranges in the game, whether that be at extreme close ranges when you're fighting over the drop-off area, or you're trying to take out enemies at longer ranges trying to kill you when you're on the drop-off area. And that's where the KN-57, as well as more specifically this class setup, shines. Since we are going to be using quick draw, fast mags, as well as rapid fire, it means that we can take out enemies extremely quickly as well as very effectively at close range as well. As since the KN-57 doesn't really have too much recoil, it means that you can very effectively take out enemies at medium to longer ranges, and the iron sights are extremely clear, so that means you aren't going to be having an issue taking out enemies at those longer ranges. So yeah guys, that's where I'm going to be concluding today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as make sure to subscribe with post notifications turned on so that way you guys will not miss new upload from me. So yeah guys, feel free to comment down below what are your thoughts on the new game mode in Black Ops 4, as well as feel free to comment down below your thoughts on Black Ops 4 update 1.14. That's the thing, the gameplay that you guys are watching right now was actually recorded out of theater mode. It was a really awesome gameplay. When I joined up into the game, we were actually losing quite badly. However, me and my teammates were able to make the comeback, so that's how come I am going to be letting the gameplay run on after the commentary of this video ends. So yeah guys, enjoy the gameplay, and I will see you in the next one.
Sniper's nest awaiting orders. Sniper's nest on station. Shooters deployed to firing positions. CUAV has left mission area.
Recon appears KIA.
Sensors are capture your objective.
Tally enemy. Battery wasted.
UAV energy levels 50% depleted. Red mist. Scoping in.
Attack him. Crash authorizing care package delivery.
UAV available for tasking.
UAV above, commencing surveillance operations.
Sniper helicopter fuel reserve 50%.
Crash requesting Thresher strafing run.
UAV perimeter established. Angels 10. Taking position for ballistic advantage. Target down. Target located. Range in mid.
Sniper's nest destroyed by enemy forces.
Appears KIA. Dropped him. Sparrow's ready, let's go.
Q stores open.
Tempest safety disengaged.
We're marked.
Q stores open.
Destroy that.
Torque dropped. Armed mobile. Commence UAV surveillance activity.
UAV above, commencing surveillance operations.
EKIA.
energy levels